Hello, welcome to Twisted Llama's beginner crochet tutorial. In this video, you will learn how to finish off your pieces, as well as how to pull it out, or also called frogging, if you ever make a mistake and need to go back a little bit. So let's start with finishing your pieces. I'm going to take some of our little samples that we made earlier and just put my hook right back in the loop and tighten it up. So when you cut off your end, when you're finished, you want to leave yourself about 6 inches or so of yarn to weave in your ends and hide them away. So just go ahead and snip it off about 6 to 8 inches. And then all you do to finish it off is yarn over and pull your end all the way through your loop. You can see it's not going to come out. It has a little slip knot there at the end, and it's all ready to go. So to hide in your ends and make your pieces look a little prettier and not have all these pieces of yarn falling out everywhere, you're going to use your yarn needle. It has a nice wide eye, so it's a little easier to thread your yarn through there. So go ahead and pop an end on there, and I'm going to work through, you can work through either side, but I like to work through the back of my piece. And what you're going to do is just thread this end through and then back on itself, so it doesn't come out and unravel. So I just like to pick a nice thick area to put my yarn through. So I'll probably go down the side here. This isn't exact, there's not really a right or wrong, you just want to hide your ends. So now I'm going to work my needle through the thick part of my stitches because it'll stay hidden better. Okay, you just pull it through. Now you don't want to pull it too tight, and then before I go back, I'm just going to give it a little tug so that yarn is sitting nice and loose in there. My piece will still have some stretch to it and not a really stiff area where I clearly hit an end. And then I'm just going to skip a stitch right here and go back the way I came. Maybe not all the way back to the edge because I don't want the end to show. So you're just going to, same thing, pull it through, give it a little tug, loosen it up a bit, and then you're going to snip it nice and close to your project. You can see that my end is completely hidden. I can stretch it in every direction and it's nice and finished. So I will show you on one more piece. Just put your hook back in. Give yourself about 6 to 8 inches and snip it. And you just yarn over and pull all the way through. Tighten it up and then just put it in your yarn needle. You might have to twist the end. Sometimes the ends like to fray on you a little bit, and that's okay. And then I like to work through the back. You're just going to follow from your yarn here down to a nice thick part of your piece. Go over through the body of the stitches because it'll stay hidden really well for you. Okay, give it a tug, loosen it up, skip a stitch and go back the way you came, maybe not all the way to the end so your end stays hidden a little better. Give it a little tug and loosen it up. Just take your scissors, Snip it nice and close. Make sure you don't snip your actual piece, and you can see. You give it a little stretch, your end will be nice and hidden away in there. Now if you make a mistake and you need to go backwards in your piece at all, this is also called frogging sometimes, you just remove your hook and gently pull on the yarn end. You can see how that's just pulling out my stitches one at a time. You don't have to rip hard and fast. That'll put you somewhere maybe you don't know where you're at and be hard to start again. Just go back to your mistake. Say you missed a stitch and you just want to unravel back to there, and keep on going. You just gently pull and you can see how they pop right out. And there you go. That is how you frog, or just pull out back to where you need to fix a problem, and how you finish up your stitches, your piece, and weave in those ends to make it look nice and beautiful. Thanks for watching.